like what was that like algorithmic tick? What was that? It did that and I was like, damn, am I old? I should start a WhatsApp group. What's going on? I'm being finessed by technology now. Like, it's crazy. Hello, real person here, at least I think so. By 2026, at least 90% of the internet will be AI generated content. We are living in an alternate timeline that shifted at some point back in 2006 when Google acquired YouTube. Because now we're in a reality where YouTube is eating itself like the Ouroboros. We're in a time where YouTubers have forgot the U part and it may as well just be called BoomTube because it's like avaricious DC characters time traveling looking for the anti-life equation in the form of viral brain rot. The reason you're seeing YouTubers become so viciously avaricious and trying all kinds of tactics from fear and psychology to money flipping ideas is because the platform itself incentivizes it via the algorithm and ad bids. So you've got a situation where you've got AI bot channels trying to please an AI bot, which is YouTube itself, the algorithm. So it's now a situation of like Bender trying to woo Angeline.
Yeah, we have a lot in common, huh?
Well, we are made of virtually identical components.
Are you sure? Maybe I should sneak a peek at your access panel.
According to the Scab handbook, that's extremely inappropriate banter. And that's just the way I like it.
Which is quite ironic considering how the new YouTube rules are rolling out around AI content, which can be a good thing and a bad thing. I'll tell you why. Just for argument's sake, let's say I'm feeling depressed, which isn't unusual, but I'm feeling particularly depressed because of all the hard work I've been putting in on YouTube to no results. So I start to decline and shy away from the camera and only decide to use my voice and some B-roll and maybe some game footage and talk about things that are going on in my life. This could potentially now get me banned or at least flagged to be banned, which may be a good thing and not such a good thing at the same time. The reason why it could be a good thing because it tackles all of the bots online and all of the reproduced content and the farming and all the nonsense going on in the AI sphere. But the bad thing is that it needs to be applied in the context of a human. YouTube needs to have humans do reviews and again, to the unsuspecting viewers that are just watchers of YouTube, there is a lot of techie stuff that happens on the back end of YouTube with algorithms and bots flagging things and humans not actually being able to review it because they have to stick to the guidelines. And if the bot flags it as something that breaches the guidelines, the humans have incentive in order to keep their job and to keep things rolling smooth to just listen to the bot and the algorithm rather than actually go and look at it themselves, which is a big issue. No, not YouTube, still love using YouTube, please don't delete me. So now you have a situation of bots watching bots watching bots watching bots and then people watching the bots watching bots. It's really a dystopian kind of future we're heading towards. Most of us have grown up on this platform, watching it and being a part of this platform. 2006, I was on YouTube. You could find videos of me in school, in my school uniform on YouTube somewhere. I'm not gonna tell you where, but you can if you know where to look. So the other day I found myself clicking on a new video that I was actually genuinely interested in and I got like nearly, let's say 90% into the video and I was like, oh, this is interesting, right? It was a northern accent from England, so I thought, yeah, this is likely to be an authentic person because the voice actually sounds authentic. So I was none the wiser enjoying the video like 90% in until it done that thing where it pronounces something wrong and blew its cover. Like not in a me dyslexia kind of way where I pronounce something wrong trying to be fancy with words, in a way like where instead of saying Vegeta it would say Vegeta. Like what was that like algorithmic tick? What was that? It did that and I was like, damn, am I old? I should start a WhatsApp group. What's going on? I'm being finessed by technology now. Like it's crazy. And it got me thinking, how many people out there are actually making millions from this automated YouTube hustle where they never really have to put in any work? They just put an idea in, if they even have an idea, and have the AI generate everything, the voice, the script, the video. We're living in an era where there's the AI copycats and then there's the human copycats. So there's like creators copying creators who copied creators who made a course to tell you how to copy creators, and now the audience is thinking maybe I should be a creator and copy this course that I got from this creator about that creator. That is the era we're living in. Everyone is such a clone, and not in a Force Awakens type of way. There's even a clone channel of me out there and I just started. The catch is no one is actually creating. We're living in an inception loop of reactions. YouTube videos about YouTube videos about YouTube videos. You think you're smarter than the system. That's why you are currently watching a YouTube video about YouTubers making videos about YouTube videos. At this point in history, I'm ready to just chalk it all up to determinism being the all-powerful God in the universe and its right-hand man cause and effect. And at this point in time, even religion is unable to prove if the first cause isn't Mass Effect. But in terms of Earth 1 internet, at least we think it's Earth 1, I sometimes wonder who was the creator that set this ball off rolling in the first place on YouTube. But then I remember the Ponzi schemers, the pyramid schemers, the Tony Robbins, the Guy Kawasaki's, the Grant Cardones. And I remember there's been people selling you stuff on how to sell stuff to people that want to sell stuff forever. And their kids have now got YouTubes and TikTok accounts. It's the same as the corporate guys that study little poor kids that are finding some way to get enjoyment and happiness from something, to analyze it, extract all the value out of it, then repackage it and sell it back to those same little kids. And guess what? Their kids are on YouTube doing the same thing now, telling you how to be successful as them when they ain't even themselves. At this point in 2025, a lot of people are just echoes with no idea of where their original source signal has come from. So if you see, like I see what's coming in the future, grab your digital saw, your digital musket, and meet me at Gascoigne's place. And I just feel like the avariciousness combined with the algorithm's incentivization for reaction and cloning content is pushing people into like an ultimate negative kind of space. It's at its worst when it's like badness or like hate trains that are spreading, gossip and avariciousness, ways to make money, ways to exploit people. I'll give you an example. Now, don't get me wrong, I like these people, but I'm just using them as an example. So the other day, Charlie puts up a video about pirate software and his issues with pirate software. Of course, Charlie most of the time gets around 1 million views or there under nearly every video or live stream he does. And then I started watching other channels copy what Charlie's did about the same guy, but their gripes aren't even genuine gripes with the guy. You could actually tell by watching some of the videos, they don't even know anything about this guy. One of the dudes that manages to garner millions of views as well was moaning about the fact that Thor was moaning about losing the game with a co-op player. Mind blown. Like, I know in this era we're not supposed to diminish people's emotions and feelings and stop trying to be hard men and being toxic masculinity kind of thing, but these things are genuinely nonsense. There's no reason to complain about these things. It's like there may be real issues with the guys and what they're going on with, because these are big YouTubers and streamers you're talking about. No one like me and you probably, who knows. But the fact that you're gonna make content about hating a guy that you don't actually hate because you just need to find something to get views like what Charlie's done is a problem. And the same thing is happening in the YouTubers showing you how to be successful in YouTube world. People like VidIQ profiting off the fear of YouTubers. That is literally all they do. Their thumbnails, their titles, their content is about inducing fear in content creators to keep them watching their channel, when guess what? They can achieve the exact same thing that VidIQ can. It's all one big pyramid Ponzi scheme. No disrespect to VidIQ, but if you know, you know. And I just think at this point, you guys cannot continue to live this way. You're becoming a net negative on the internet and to society. Not the particular creators I've named, but the style of content, the reason behind it. Of course, gossip and reactionary content is always going to exist in the same way it always did in traditional media with tabloids and newspapers and stuff like that. But when I actually realized that it's actually like a leftover or a hangover from a previous generation of media, I started to think maybe this is all like the residue from a dirty bath that legacy media left for us young lot to shower in. And then I started to see the patterns, like, oh, actually this has always been happening, but it's always just been happening with curated messaging behind it. That's why it's important for platforms like Ground News to exist, so you can actually see the backdoor code behind the matrix. Who wants you to see what and why? What agenda is behind it? But is there a solution to this issue online, specifically on YouTube? Yes, and I'll tell you what it is. Use the search bar. You haven't searched for anything in over a year. Stop watching the For You page. You're not even remotely curious or surprised by anything anymore. You need to get inspired by things outside of the internet to be able to come on the internet and search for things. And let's be real, you probably can't remember the last time you searched for anything, and you're still subscribed to the same guys you subscribed to playing Minecraft back when you was in high school, and you haven't even looked at all of the things that have been right there in front of your face this whole time. So don't be surprised when you feel like nothing new is being made. You need to get off your ass, go out there and copy this video.